retro night on Smackdown, and we might not have gotten the fist we wanted, but we technically did in CG form. Rollins lost again, and it looks like we are on the road to a face Seth Rollins. Women's action was short and sweet. Jimmy Uso returns and possibly is siding with the right-hand man and the tribal chief. And Reginald wrestled again. Okay. On that more, as we uncovered the throwback episode of Friday Night Smackdown, welcome to a brand new episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. And of course, I had to go retro too. Macho Man. Make sure to watch the biography on A&E. And we are starting. Now, all week, we're going to see the fist. We're going to see the fist. Oh my god, we're going to see the fist. We did not see the fist. But, we saw the CG version of the fist. We also saw, a whole new intro with the basics of the old retro logo. Pat McAfee was apparently supposed to be dressed up as Vince McMahon. But we started off in an interesting way. Of course, Reigns started because that's what we always do, and there was a 10-bell salute in the memory of Daniel Bryan's career, to which the bellkeeper did not ring the bell. No, Paul Heyman made the ding, 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 ding sound, and it was hilarious. So, Jimmy Uso then comes out, and Jimmy's trying to convince Jay to break free of Reigns. Go back to their tag team name and become the top tag team in SmackDown once again. Cesaro comes out, can't believe what he's seeing, and boom, right from behind, Seth Rollins attacks him, and Teddy Long returns to set the stakes for this match. If Cesaro wins, then he will become the #1 contender and wrestle Roman Reigns next week at WrestleMania Backlash. I was confident, except when the Usos decided to screw him over. The match lasted for 10 minutes, a very good match. Rollins had control, and Jimmy and Jay were at ringside. Jimmy and Jay got involved. I believe it was Jimmy that kicked Rollins. This helps Cesaro get the advantage, and Cesaro gets the win. Now, Rollins, of course, pissed. He wants to know, is this a sabotage by Reigns? Was it just Usos doing? Where does Rollins lie in the head of the table's head? Reigns then describes, they're my cousins, it's their fault, I'm so sorry. And Rollins tells him, good, because you better figure this out, because if you won't, I will. Reigns then talks with Paul and Jimmy and Jay, talking about what were they doing, why would they screw Rollins over. This screws him over because now he has to wrestle Cesaro, and where he could have taken the pay-per-view off or wrestled a very easier opponent. But before the end of the night, Jimmy did have interesting facts for Jay. They were once that top tag team. They had it all. He sold out to Reigns. But plant the picture like this. The Usos could be tag champs, while Roman is the Universal champ. We then end with Reigns wanting an answer. Is Jimmy going to side with the rest of the family? When it looks like Jimmy is about to walk out, Cesaro comes from behind, beats down Reigns, and beats down Jay, and Jimmy makes that decision. And it looks like Jimmy is going to be with Reigns and Jay turning heel. This is a very interesting thing, but I think we all saw this coming. I don't think they're going to break them up right away. Do I believe that they are going to beat Rude and Ziggler at whatever the next pay-per-view is after WrestleMania Backlash, which I'm assuming is Extreme Rules? Yes. And that will be an Extreme faction. I mean, all of the gold from the Samoan Dynasty? That's pretty cool. And for Rollins, welcome back to the face side. Can't wait to see you at SummerSlam. Now, this is where things get interesting, because over the last couple months I've said on my show that the women's revolution is basically going backwards. And I meant it, because next we saw Carmella versus Ruby Riott in a 3-minute match. Carmella won, but why are the women getting 3-minute matches again? Why? What are we doing? You could have extended this match. We had an hour and 57 minutes to run SmackDown. I know they rushed the main event, but come on. And going from that, we then, for whatever reason, saw Tamina versus Reginald, which didn't need to happen. And it was a DQ. It was a DQ. Shayna and Nia got involved. And I just don't understand. Like, I just want Shayna and Nia to lose the tag titles and go on for the Raw Women's Championship. What is going wrong here, guys? Like, oh my god. I mean, obviously, like I've said the past couple months, I don't understand why we're taking a toll. I don't know if maybe they're waiting for Becky to come back to really, you know, make the women's division relevant again, but meaning that you have the star power to do so, you can have longer segments. It is possible. Bray and Dominic are apparently #1 contenders. Funny enough, Ziggler and Dominic had a really good match, and Dominic got the win in about 5 minutes. But I'm excited for the father-son duo. I think it is time that they should win the tag titles, but I don't think they are going to win. I think it makes more sense for Rude and Ziggler to be the one. Well, see, I don't know, because I don't want Rude and Ziggler to have like a short, like, no, I don't want Mysterios to have a short like reign, because obviously the Usos are going to beat them for the tag titles, but it doesn't make sense to do heel versus heel, but I guess we're just throwing that out the window, so I don't know. I mean, I just don't want it to be like, oh, they win the tag titles on Sunday, Friday they like the Usos challenge them, and then the Usos win. Because that'd be kind of pointless. I'd be kind of mad, because Ray and Dominic deserve it. Throughout the night also, we saw various Smackdown legendary moments, from Edge and Hogan winning the tag titles, the first Smackdown main event between Triple H and The Rock, with Shawn Michaels as that special guest referee, the grocery store brawl, which my neighbor did find very funny, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is kind of cool too. But that 10-man tag match. First of all, you've been advertising all week Cesaro and Rollins supposed to be the main event. That was my first problem. Like, you literally last week, in the main event next week, it will be Seth Rollins versus Cesaro, but that's whatever. But I don't understand why you necessarily had to do this 10-man tag match. You could have just done, like, Sammy and Apollo. Like, that made sense based off what happened last week. I mean, it was a fun match, and, you know, all 10 superstars in here were really talented, and it made sense that, like, all of them were in there. I mean, besides Shinsuke and Baron, because they're not really doing anything, but, you know, get them on the show. But I just thought there was easier ways to kind of go about this and just slap everyone together and do a 10-man tag, but I guess that's just me. But Baron Corbin looks strong, gets the win with the end of days. I would love to see him take the IC title off of Apollo Crews at some point, because I think he deserves it. Do I think that's going to happen? No way in hell. But, you know, it's just the little things I want in life. The very little things. Overall, I thought Smackdown was a pretty good episode. Obviously, I want more time for the women, just because, you know, been vouching for that. And I would have rather had Rollins and Cesaro be a main event, and then, you know, have that Reign segment, and then, you know, Rollins really decided, face, heel, oof. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I thought Smackdown was pretty good, like I said, so make sure to like this video, comment what you guys thought about Smackdown, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And make sure to click the bell for notifications, and subscribe, guys. We are 13 people away from 200 subscribers, and I do have a fun video in mind, because remember, 100 subscribers, you got to learn a little bit about me. 200 is going to be fun. And also, for my Dark Side of the Ring people, go to popculturewrestling.com, go to Kimmy Talks Wrestling, or just go to Kimmy Soulful, because that's my name, and I wrote a very nice review over episode 1 covering the loose cannon Brian Pillman, and we talk about everything about it. I thought it was a pretty good episode, but read my review. It's like the most beautiful thing I have ever written in my life, and meaning that I'm only 19 years old, and I'm saying that the best is yet to come. But, like I said, that's it for me.